Today is May 22nd, 2020. My name is Charles Suter. I'll be presenting Growth and Sacrifice. How to grow your potential. You may be wondering why I'm using growth and sacrifice in the same breath. This leads me to my main message here, is that there can be no growth without some sacrifice, or some people may call it suffering. Everyone is born with some natural abilities, and those people with natural abilities tend to have greater potential for greatness, but still even they have to work hard. They have to sacrifice and suffer. Research has shown that to become great at anything requires 10,000 hours of study and practice. In essence, the more you practice, the better you get. To get better, you must go further than the average person is willing to do. Proposition 1, you have untapped potential. Everyone is born with some untapped potential, but you must take some personal responsibility to grow it. Developing your potential, this is to be, do, or have anything, must be managed. Choices are required. In fact, every day that you devote yourself to the dedication to developing your natural talents, there will be choices of how much sacrifice and suffering you're willing to endure for that growth. Your growth is your responsibility. An unmanaged life will only yield you random results. You have to focus your efforts, make choices, be prepared to sacrifice and suffer if you want to grow. The sky's the limit for growth, but remember, there is a price to be paid. You must be willing to pay that price. Proposition 2, personal growth will require sacrifice and actual suffering. The greater the sacrifice or suffering, the greater the growth you can expect. Likewise, the greater the growth you want, the more sacrifice and suffering you must be willing to pay. By choosing growth, you're basically choosing some level of sacrifice and suffering, so you need to choose wisely. You can become great over time simply by spreading your sacrifice over your lifetime. In other words, you don't have to do these 10,000 hours of study and practice in a short period of time. You can stretch them out over a lifetime, still achieve greatness with some tolerable level of sacrifice and suffering. Proposition 3, to grow your potential, to become all you can be, you're going to have to leave your comfort zone. To leave your comfort zone, it will be uncomfortable. The only time you're going to be comfortable with minimum levels of sacrifice and growth is by staying in your comfort zone. But by staying in your comfort zone, you will not grow. To minimize suffering, pick those growth areas based upon your natural talents and inclination. It may take fewer than 10,000 hours if you have natural talents. And those hours that you spend developing your potential may not be as much sacrifice or suffering if you actually enjoy doing the activities. There are always opportunities to grow and to apply your potential, so don't waste them. You only have one life to live. You only have one set of potential to develop. It's up to you to take responsibility to develop them. Look for the open doors and then go all in to exploit the growth potential it offers. Just to summarize, the only way that there is minimum suffering is to stay in your comfort zone. However, there is minimal growth by staying in your comfort zone. People don't tend to grow and develop their potential by staying in their comfort zone. To think so, it's just basically an illusion. Whatever phase of life you're in, there is always potential for change, for growth, but always a price to be paid. People stop growing when they begin to choose comfort over discomfort. So you have some choices to make. Wherever you are right now in your life, there's a potential, untapped potential that's waiting to be developed. You have to choose whether you're willing to pay the price to develop it. So, choose to grow at a comfortable pace, but grow to become all you can be. That's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.